Hi, I'm George Starpoli for Constitutional Local Government. This is Private Government News Video. We'll focus on recent developments in the first few months of 2008 and the continued insistence by legislatures across the states to maintain and introduce unjust HOA laws. Laws that deny homeowner protections and fundamental rights. Some progress has been made to protect homeowners and to hold associations accountable in Florida, with Representative Julio Robano's H995 bill that has passed the House vote and now must be heard in the Senate. Several 10-minute video documentaries and commentaries of Robano's successful House Select Condo HOA Committee can be viewed on the HOA Gov channel on YouTube under FL Select. Here's a glimpse of these videos.
Here's the thing. Mr. Hess, would you not agree that these people, regardless of what you want to call them, have the right to access documents from you?
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. And that is our job. We don't care what you call people. The bottom line, there is a law in the state of Florida that says you will give them every document that they request. And our job is to extract them. If you would have volunteered and done this properly, you wouldn't be here today under subpoena, sir. And that's just the bottom line.
However,
so, again,
in Arizona, fundamental rights pertaining to the constitutional equivalent of ex post facto amendments are still permitted. Attempts to prohibit CCNR amendments that retroactively modify that binding agreement at purchase time met defeat by the single action of the Arizona Rules Chair, Speaker Pro Tem Robeson. Under our Constitution, ex post facto amendments, as these retroactively applied amendments are known, are prohibited, but the legislatures see no need to ban them under the court's holding that there can be only one set of CCNRs binding on all homeowners, the last amendment being passed. And that set is binding on even those who have not consented to the modification of their agreement by these ex post facto amendments. Somehow, our country and 50 states have survived for over 220 years, prohibiting ex post facto amendments as unjust, but HOA governments cannot do so according to the
association lawyers. This is actually a strict contractual arrangement. And the idea that Mr. Morgan has put forward, that this is democratic and somehow opposing this bill protects homeowners' rights, is incorrect. What this bill does is it makes sure that the contractual provisions that homeowners have agreed to are maintained. If you will, it allows a grandfathering of rights.
And in California, the California Law Review Commission, CLRC, has recommended a complete revision of its HOA condo CID laws, the Davis-Sterling Act, leaving a section on Member Bill of Rights blank. I guess the CLRC feels that, unlike the Founding Fathers' concern for protecting individual rights with checks and balances on government and warnings of the tyranny of the legislature, homeowners have surrendered all of these by just living in their association-controlled community. Why didn't CLRC follow the approach used by the Founding Fathers and submit its Bill of Rights along with its recommendation to the HOA Condo Act? These seem to be the logical and fair and just approach to take, given the legislature's taken oath to uphold the Constitution. I guess that the state of California has a legitimate government interest in this imposed statutory contract under the Davis-Sterling Act. I guess legislators are unaware of constitutional scholar Randy Barnett's clarification that our liberty consists of both a freedom to contract and a freedom from contract, which is an imposition by government, the legislature, of a binding agreement without our consent. This is one aspect of the tyranny of the legislature. Did you agree to be bound by ex post facto amendments, or to cruel and unusual punishment by means of association foreclosure, where you can lose your home that is 10 times or more the trivial amounts owed the association, or to an unjust process that makes use of HOA protective laws and adhesion contract CC&Rs, or to the process where the HOA takes your money, like taxes, to hire lawyers, equivalent to prosecutors, to oppose you in court. Can you imagine suing your town council to get them to obey the law, only to have the violators walk away with a slap on the wrist, as happening today with all the state laws on HOAs? Is your HOA equivalent to, and is it treated under the courts as a state agency? It sure seems so. And that's what must
homeowners
be
associations have all the good things, have all the good things about where people live and what they enjoy and doing, and they have all the bad things of having the majority rule in even when the majority is wrong. And what we're hoping to do with this legislation is at least even the balance between the homeowners association and the owners. Homeowners associations are the largest unregulated business in the United States.
Randy Barnett, in his book, The Structure of Liberty, quotes Oliver Wendell Holmes on the law and his view of how bad guys view the law. Essentially, the bad guy's view reflects a knowledge and awareness for the material consequences of his act in order to act without punishment. State laws make it easy for the bad guys, since they do not punish HOA offenders at all. And this is a serious problem. You should be asking, who is protecting the homeowner against these abusive HOAs? Where are the fair and just laws that apply to the homeowners in HOAs? That requirement is part of our Constitution. The preamble reads, quote, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty, unquote. And what does your HOA Constitution say? It may mention the general welfare, but it does mention maintaining property values in one form or another. And it's silent on domestic tranquility, justice, and liberty. They don't have to provide these elements under our public system of government. Why are state legislators protecting HOAs with unjust laws that would not and could not be applied to state government entities? These are called special laws, and they too are prohibited under the Constitution, federal and state. These laws create public policy, and that policy is creating a new America totally in contradiction to the Constitution. That's all for now, folks.